I teach leadership at American University, and a few weeks ago I was teaching online. I noticed a student who didn't seem engaged. He didn't talk much, and he was always looking away. His body language seemed negative. You know, he was leaning back, his arms were crossed a lot of the time. It was a 4-day course, and after the first day, I told my wife, there's a guy who looks like he's hating it. So I didn't obsess over this one guy, but I did feel a little anxious about him. And I was telling myself a story, you know, in my head about how he wasn't liking the class. 15 people in the class were engaged with really great energy, enjoying it, but my focus on that one guy kept me from being my best. So we get to the end of the course and we're debriefing. I asked people what they learned, what was valuable, what will you use? And the guy I was focused on was the first to speak, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. And he said, I was the best instructor he's ever had, and the most significant thing he learned in class was how to lead groups because of how I did it. And he said, I'll never forget you. What? Of course this was great for my ego, but I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm telling you this story because it shows how easily we make up negative stories. I made up a negative story about what this guy was thinking, and I was completely wrong. And here's the thing, we all do this. We all do this because we're all wired to see the negative in situations. And this is so important to know because you can't do your best when you have negative thoughts getting in your way. But we don't realize and we don't acknowledge our negative thoughts because we go to the negative place instantly and instinctively. We go negative so fast that we're not even aware that we do it. And we go negative fast because that's how we survive. You know, look out for what's wrong. We do that fast. But you can stop negative thinking just like magic, and here's how. There's a powerful acronym I heard years ago built on the word fear, F-E-A-R, and it stands for false expectations appearing real. The next time you experience fear, remember this. It could be false expectations appearing real. See if you can catch yourself when you're making up a story that may not be true in reaction to something that feels threatening. And when you catch yourself making up a story, just say abracadabra. Abracadabra is an Aramaic word, and it means what I speak is what I create. Saying abracadabra to yourself can be a reminder to stop telling a story that probably is not true. So you say abracadabra and you stop the internal storytelling. If I'm teaching class and I catch myself again making up a story about a student that seems disengaged, I can just say abracadabra and stop that story. Abracadabra is kind of like a period, like stop. So that's the first step, simply stopping that negative story. And that creates an opening so that you can give your brain a chance to be more rational and positive. So abracadabra, I stop my negative story, and I could say to myself, well, you know, you never know how someone's responding. Remember, this happened before. Don't make up a story. He could be really into this. Or I could say, maybe I should check with that guy to make sure he's getting everything he needs to make the most out of this class. Now, it's essential to have a positive place to go after you've said abracadabra, after you've stopped the negative story. Abracadabra stops the story, and it's a reminder that your thoughts and your words have power, and then you can substitute something more rational and positive. Remember, abracadabra means what I speak is what I create. Make sure you manage the words you speak to create the kind of world you want.